Everywhere I go, I see wrestling figures, and I get them.
Yeah.
What's going on, gangsters? Movie John here, and welcome to the wrestling figure update. Oh yeah, I've got quite a bit since last time. I picked them up at flea markets, mainly flea markets. Got a few online purchases and a trade from my son. First one up is a AWA wrestling figure, and that came out in the 80s. If y'all don't know AWA, I don't know what to tell you. I've been getting quite a bit of them lately. I picked this up at the flea market. This is P.O Ellering, and of course I think he has a shirt or something, but these are kind of hard to find with the shirts and everything, but still pretty cool. You only pay $5 for him. I pay $5. He'll probably pay 10, but lady said $5 and I picked him up. I think around 85, 86. So he will go with my Road Warriors. Pretty damn good pickup there for $5. Next up is a Jakks figure. Jakks Pacific made them in the late 90s and the early 2000s. And this is the very first, this is the rookie figure of Natalya. If y'all don't know who that is Jim the Neidhart's daughter. And this came in a 2-pack a few years back with both of them together in it. But I found it online pretty cheap, and I said, hell, I'm going to pick it up. Don't have any women figures, so this is the first one. I get the rookie figure of Natalya there, and there's the backside. Look at that little booty. Me and Rousey was at a flea market the other day, and they had a lot of Jakks figures and stuff, and there's one of them that I picked up. It don't have a skirt-looking thing, but who knows, maybe I can make it custom. It's Kamala. Check him out. I always liked Kamala back in the days. Never had the LJN back in the days. My buddy Matt had him, but so now I got the Jakks Pacific here. I guess it's part of the classic superstar line, probably. He's pretty cool. Get that moon on his belly and everything. So, but yeah, maybe make a skirt or something for him. I think it was like a cheetah print or something like that. Also, at that same flea market, I picked up a newer style retro made by Mattel, and it's a John Cena figure. So I think this came in the first series. They've already up to like 10 series in these things now. They're made kind of like the classic Hasbros and stuff, and goes good in the ring there. John Cena got his hat and everything. Hat don't come off, but it's a little rubber at the bill there, but still pretty cool. And so I had to pick him up, and I bought both of them for $5. He said I think it's 3 a piece or 2 for $5, so picked up both of them. Picked up some basics that made by Mattel. Got Roman Reigns at the flea market. Rhonda's one of her favorites there. It's pretty cool. So that's one of probably the newest wrestlers that I actually got that's actually still wrestling today. And Triple H, this is the DX Triple H, pretty cool looking. Got the long hair and everything, and it's got that. So I don't know exactly what kind this was, but you could do headbutting or hitting you with the elbow or some shit like that. I don't know. But yeah, them was at the flea market. I think they was like $3 a piece, something like that. Then also the same guy that I got that off of, I got the Elite figure from Mattel of Terry Funk with his red, white, and black striped pants and stuff. Old Terry Funk was a hardcore boy back in the days. He wrestled quite a bit. Hell, he probably still wrestles now. I think back in they had to be on the mat. He was supposed to retire back then, and I think he wrestled for a few more years still yet. He's a tough dude to fight, buddy. He's hardcore, but this Terry Funk right there. And this next one is, you know, recently I had hanging out with Movie John. We went to watch a wrestling show. We saw some ECW legends, and it got me wanting to go back to 1999 and get the original ECW figures. And who knows? Spookables. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, Spookables has them. I should have known Jason's got them. But I got Justin Incredible off of him yesterday. These are a little bit shorter, and they got the little thing in the back. But you can do stuff like that with them, and They got a bunch of them. I didn't know exactly how many they had, but they got quite a bit. And I figured to start the collection of the ECW figures with Just Incredible. So I picked him up. Like I said, they're 20 years old, so I gave him 10 bucks for this one. And most of the ones, you know, around that time's worth about that much. So he's pretty cool. And I did get to see him at the show, put on a good show. Even though, you know, he's 20 years older now than he was back then, still did a good show, and he still bled a little bit. He had cut his head and all that good stuff. But yeah, I got this off of Spookables. So if you don't know Spookables, you better go to Instagram, look it up, Jason at Spookables. He's got some goodies there. This one is a thumb wrestler, and this is way back in the 80s. It's the Junkyard Dog. Picked him up at that same place where I found Kamala and stuff. I forgot to add him in early at the flea market. I think I gave like $2 for him. He's really old. It was made about the same time the Wrestling Superstars was made and stuff from the 80s. So yeah, there was a bunch more they had. Well, they didn't have them there that day. I'd have bought them. But they made Iron Sheik, Hulk Hogan, I think the Macho Man. That was one I never remember when I was a kid, or at least having. Big John Studd, Nikolai Volkov, Roddy Piper, Hulk Hogan, Ricky Steamboat, maybe a few other ones. I don't know exactly how many they had of them, but Junkyard Dog, JYD, was one of my favorites growing up, so I had to grab him real cheap. And the last little bit are from my son. We did a trade. He wanted my Creed 2 poster that has Michael B. Jordan on it, kneeling down on the ground or in the ring. And I said, do some trading on some figures. And I only wanted 2, but then he ended up bringing me 3 more. These are basics. He said, I don't know if you want them or not, but Edge, which he's a pretty cool figure. It's black and red from the Attitude Era and beyond a little bit, because I heard he just came back here not long ago one time on a pay-per-view or something. But that's Edge. That's a basic. And the Big Show, already got his arm putting up there as one of him. It's a big old dude. Attitude Era too. Big Show has been around for quite a while. He started out in WCW and everything, but yeah, I said, well, shoot, I'll take them. And he also had this. It's made by Hasbro way back in the early 90s, the Shawn Michaels in the black and silver. Looks pretty cool to add to my Hasbro collection. I only got 3 now, but it's slowly getting started. But this one's pretty cool. I think I had it back in the day one time when I was collecting before. Had to give him a figure bath. He was pretty dirty and everything. So, and the last 2 was the ones I really wanted for the trade. And I gave him these probably about a year ago, and I wish I didn't give them to him. They're not real expensive or rare or anything. He can find them again eventually, or I'll end up finding them for him or whatever. But yeah, Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson. So now these came out of the packs. I think they came out of the box set with the 4 Horsemen, which had Barry Windham and Ric Flair. But I do have the Ric Flair. I like to make my own original. I can't talk right now. Original 4 Horsemen, and that would have to have Ole Anderson, and they don't make them. But there is customs and stuff online. I'd like to find them and maybe get one. But if not, I have these 2 with Ric Flair, and I would probably have to get the Barry Windham. And the Barry Windham's got a black vest. I think he's got blue trunks and stuff on. But that is the wrestling figure update of all kinds here, and I'm collecting all kinds. I got Hasbro, I got Jakks, I got AWA by Remco, I got Mattel figures. I get a little bit of everything, and I'm putting them on the shelves that way. I got my AWAs together. I'm putting my retros are going in the ring that I'm custom made. The Jakks are going by there together. The Hasbros are going together. And of course, Mattel basics are together in another shelf. There is the Elites, and them are the a little bit more expensive ones. But anyway, that's the wrestling figure update. I hope you wrestling fans loved what I got to show off. And if you've got any of these, let me know about them. Or you deciding to collect any more of the newer ones, older ones, or what. I like them all. So that's all I got to say about that. Just like Forrest Gump. Why'd I say that for? I don't know. Till next time.